Sampson. Judges 13 through 16. Sampson had a secret. He knew he was to be a Nazirite, God's servant, to set his people free. He traveled down from Timnah, and near the vineyard there, a lion strong attacked him. Its roaring filled the air. God's spirit came to Sampson. No weapon could be found. He tore apart the lion and threw it on the ground. Philistine men caught Sampson with a new rope, tightly bound. God's spirit came upon him, and the ropes fell to the ground. The jawbone of a donkey was found nearby. With this, his only weapon, he killed 1,000 men. Then his enemies waited at Gaza by the gate. They planned to capture Sampson. Their hearts were filled with hate. But Sampson left at midnight. He left without a sound. He passed the gate posts, and then he tore them from the ground. He put them on his shoulders, and he took them miles away. He left them on a hilltop before the light of day. Sampson loved a woman. Delilah was her name, and to her home one evening Philistine rulers came. "We'll give you bags of silver," they whispered in the night, "if you learn the secret of Samson's power and might." When Sampson came to her, she said, "Please tell me true, how you can kill your enemies without them hurting you." "If they use rope," he told her, "a new rope it must be. If they bind my hands up tightly, I cannot break them free." She bound them. Then she shouted, "Philistine men are here!" He snapped off the ropes quickly. The men ran off in fear. She said, "You say you love me, yet mock me with your lies. Now tell me your great secret, dear Sampson, strong and wise." Day after day she teased him, until one day he said, "At no time has a razor been used upon my head. It was my Lord's commandment, my hair and beard should grow, and if I use a razor, my strength will surely go." One night, as mighty Sampson lay sleeping on the bed, Delilah called a barber, who quickly shaved his head. She cried, "The men are on you!" When he rose to fight, he found the Lord had left him. He'd lost his strength and might. And look, she's got the money. They bound his hands behind him, put chains upon his feet. They blinded him, then led him along the Gaza street. Without God's power to help him, bald Sampson, weak and blind, was shackled to the mill wheel, the prison wheat to grind. Whoop. Day after day he labored, but people did not know that as the days were passing, his hair began to grow. One day, when all were feasting, some said, "Bring Sampson here. He'll be our clown to cheer us, no more a man of fear." They led him to the temple between the pillars high. He placed his hands upon them. His face turned to the sky. He prayed, "O Lord, forgive me for sinful, selfish ways. Avenge, dear Lord, my sightless eyes, and let me end my days." Ugh. The God of Israel heard him and gave him strength once more. He pushed the temple pillars. The roof crashed with a roar. 3,000 who had gathered to praise a God of stone fell dead along with Sampson. His work for God was done. So Sampson repented, asked Jesus to forgive him, and God gave him strength once more and killed all those Philistine enemies.